Hey, I'm Ravi Nair, the founder of Rich Minds, and I'm thrilled to welcome you to this channel dedicated to create a karma rich world. If you are new here, please hit the like and subscribe button. And if you like the video, please do share it with your friends and colleagues so that I can reach more people through you. Now, let's begin by demystifying karma. We often hear people say things like what goes around comes around and stuff like that. Sometimes karma is even perceived as revenge. But what really is karma? It is the emotions we trigger in others through our thoughts, words, and action. Now, talking about emotion, if you break up the word emotion, you'll see that emotion is energy in motion. And this video, which you're going to see, is a scientific demonstration of the fact that whatever energy or emotion you put out will return to you. And that means every thought, word, and action has an equal and opposite reaction.
See, there's 5 balls there. Now look at, if I drop one of these, one comes back. If I drop two, two comes back. Let's suppose I drop 3. Will I just knock the 2? No. If I drop 3, I get 3 back. Now, if I drop 4, I get 4 back. See, that is a law. Energy out, energy back. And it's equal and opposite. You get the same back as you put out. If you're not happy with what you're getting, you better focus on what you're giving.
Hope you enjoyed watching the video. Now, let's see how this plays out in real life. And for that, I am going to show you a series of videos. If you see this basketball match, you will see how this young man intimidates the young girl, and check out how karma gets back instantly.
Now here's a lesson he'll remember forever. Never judge a rival by their looks.
In the next one, you will see a man trying to kick a dog with no provocation from the dog's side, and how he lands himself into trouble.
This dog is definitely protected by higher forces.
And finally, this goalkeeper in the next video tries to hurt his opponent with the ball and ends up scoring a self-goal. I hope you got a gist of how karma works, right? Now, why do you think there is so much of ignorance, or maybe I should say lack of awareness about karma? That's because we often miss seeing karma in action, because these incidents don't always happen right in front of us, and not every time they are caught on camera. Secondly, people who face consequences of past karma often feel embarrassed and typically won't share their story with others. Think about it. If the incidents you saw on the video clips weren't caught on camera, would the basketball guy ever admit that he broke his leg trying to intimidate a young girl? Or would the goalkeeper mention about how his karma was instrumental in the self goal? It is highly unlikely, right? So, since many such incidents which happen around us is never brought to our conscious attention, we are ignorant about it. Then, as a consequence, when something happens, our mind does not record or register it as a karmic return, and it gets passed off as a one-off casual incident which never occurred. Please see this illustration to understand this better. Every day you have a choice to generate karma. If you generate negative karma, it gets accumulated in your negative karmic account, and at some point it will return to you. Similarly, you have a choice to generate positive karma, which also gets accumulated in your positive karmic account and returns to you at some point of time. Now, there is no specific time frame for the karma to get back. It might come back to you instantly or over a period of time. Now, since I showed you some examples of how negative karma returns, Let me also share an example of how positive karma comes back. Because ultimately, the objective of the video is to educate and motivate the audience to create positive karma. I'm going to share a real life story which literally gave me goosebumps. And it is about James Harrison from Australia. He donated his blood every week for 60 years to save 2.4 million babies. This miraculous story is a classic example of how good karma can create miracles not only at an individual level but also at a community level. When James Harrison was 14 years old, he nearly died. It took a major chest operation to save his life, and the operation required donation of blood. You won't believe, an entire community of strangers donated their blood to save James Harrison. And in gratitude, as a young boy, he pledged to become a blood donor and started donating blood as soon as he turned 18. While he was donating blood, the doctor discovered that his blood contained an antibody which could be used to create anti-D injections. So James helped save a lot of lives. When his own daughter, Tracy, became pregnant, she was diagnosed for the same risk. And Harrison's blood donations ensured that her baby was born safely and he became a grandfather. So let's do a quick recap of the story to understand how the karmic cycle works. A community donates blood and saves the life of a 14-year-old boy, James Harrison, and they generate good karma. James further generates good karma by taking a pledge to donate blood. And because of his special blood type, he is able to save 2.4 million lives. And when he was doing this good deed, he never would have imagined that someday this same blood will also help him save his daughter and his grandchild. I hope you realize that as an individual or as a community, we always have a choice to create positive or negative karma. And depending on what you create, it flows back at some point of time. Now, since you have a decent understanding of how karma works and how it shapes our lives, let's explore the four stages of the karmic cycle. Stage 1 is experience. Stage 2 is about education. Stage 3 is about evolution. And stage 4 is enrichment. And once you transit through these four stages, you can experience freedom from karmic debts and also generate some positive karma. So let's move to the first stage, that is experience. Consider this hypothetical situation. Imagine you are a senior professional at work and you get involved in some office politics, causing mental distress to your subordinates. Now, this action generates negative karma. Years later, a new boss arrives who treats you similarly, giving you a taste of your own medicine. This reminds me of the saying, the hunter becomes the hunted, where your past actions catch up with you. This stage is called as experience and is the very first in the karmic cycle. Unfortunately, many people don't move past the first stage. When they face difficulties, they may not even realize that it is due to their past karma. Now, some may realize and regret their past actions, but they don't proceed to the other stages of karmic cycle. Let's talk about stage 2, education. This stage is about learning from your experiences. It is a time for self-reflection, understanding why things happen to you. It involves asking some critical and constructive questions like what specific actions or decisions from the past may have contributed to my karmic debt? How can I take responsibility for my past actions and make amends wherever possible? How can I go beyond my ego self and seek guidance from someone to support my journey of self introspection and growth? Answering these questions is crucial in the education phase of karma. Now that we have covered stage 1 and 2, let's move to stage 3. The third stage, evolution, is about taking action to make amends. It's the action stage. Think about what you can do to correct or balance your karmic account. For example, if you hurt someone, apologize to them. Taking such actions will help clear your karmic debts and allows you to evolve. Finally, let's proceed to the fourth stage, which is the enrichment stage. And I feel this is the most important stage. This is where you consolidate your experience and learning from stage 1, 2, and 3 and evolve as a better and matured person. Now, let's continue with the example of office politics. In the enrichment stage, you will share your life learning with your peers or colleagues, and mentor them to not indulge in office politics. You will educate them on how it negatively impacts other people's emotion and their lives, placing yourself as an example if you deem appropriate. The enrichment stage is where people begin to see you as a role model. This brief interview of Bollywood superstar Hrithik Roshan serves as a good example.
I smoked for 2.5 years और 3 पैकेट आई यूज टू स्मोक एक दिन में आई यूज टू स्मोक 3 पैकेट्स एंड एक मुकाम आया व्हेन मुझे लगा कि बस अब आई हैव टू स्टॉप तो आई कम्प्लीटली गेव इट अप तो आई गॉट माई हेल्थ बैक amazingly after 2.5 weeks of just stopping smoking, my skin changed, my health became better, I felt so good. So any smokers here? No. Hey, don't lie to me. झूठ बोलते हो सब लोग. Smokers? Very bad. Follow me.
We would like to extend our gratitude to Movie Talkies for putting together this lovely interview with Hrithik Roshan, where he sets himself as an example and shares how giving up smoking positively impacted his health and encourages people to quit smoking. It is important to realize that phase 1 of karma operates automatically and it is beyond your control. However, you have the power to influence stages 2, 3 and 4. By making conscious efforts, you can navigate through the stages. So let me do a quick recap of the 4 stages. So stage 1 is experience, helps you understand how karma returns. Stage 2 is education, helps you understand why negative karma comes back. Stage 3 is evolution, helps you reduce or eliminate your karmic debts. And stage 4, enrichment. This stage helps you generate and accumulate positive karma and balance your karmic account and enrich it. So I hope you enjoyed knowing more about the 4 stages of the karmic cycle. I will be creating more videos on different aspects of karma, and you will find the same on our channel Karma Rich World. So please do like this video and subscribe to my channel because that will help me reach more people through you. And don't forget to share this with your friend and family members. My next video is going to be on ego, and trust me, you are going to be zapped to know how ego has been creating havoc in your life, and most of the negative karmic debts have been created and accumulated because of the ego. Until then, stay karma rich and see you soon.